Pod pays.
Have you ever thought about why your business even exists? What value is your business bringing to the world, and more importantly, to your customers and clients? While these seem to be existential questions, they are necessary ones. Find out the right questions to ask your business and help you identify the right customers and clients on this episode on This Week in Marketing. Hey everyone, I'm Darren Lake, and welcome to This Week in Marketing, another podcast by Medici. Each episode, we answer questions or talk about one specific idea to help you market and operate your small to medium enterprise better. And we do that by making them easy to digest, short, and concise, because we've all got a business to run. We've got our friends Kevin George from the B2B Playbook podcast to take over the next few episodes. Kevin Chen and George Koudenaris are a unique team. They are both ex-lawyers turned digital marketing wizards. And with over 10 years of experience between them, their main objective is to help business owners with proven, detailed strategies to drive demand and grow. Their podcast is the holy grail playbook that any business owner or marketer can use, no matter how early or advanced they are in their marketing journey. Make sure you go and check it out anywhere you can get podcasts or the show notes description.
Very, very pumped to be here, Kev. And I want to kick off with a little bit of a story. Did I ever tell you about the time that I started an iPad app with my cousin and my brother, actually?
I don't think you have.
Okay, it was kind of like Canva. You could design your own business cards, letterheads, invitations, envelopes, and you could do it all on the iPad. It was back when the iPad was meant to replace desktops, laptops, and we're all very, very excited.
Sounds like Canva, mate.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was 20 years old, so we were like neck and neck when it was coming out. I remember when I first saw Canva announce they were coming out, and I was like, oh dear, this is terrible. Anyway, needless to say, Canva is a huge unicorn, and I'm sitting here in this gazebo with you. But but we flopped. It was a massive flop, and it ate away at me for ages. And I just didn't know, like, why was this thing a huge failure? Why didn't it take off? Why am I not, a big unicorn like Miss Melanie Perkins? And I realized that when we were building it, the people that we were targeting for to use these business cards, letterheads, invitations, we were targeting really just anyone with an iPad. And that's where we went wrong, because it's far too broad, right? So when we were building out the products, the feature set that we thought was really, really cool, we weren't really building it for anyone in particular. Everyone had an iPad. My grandma had an iPad. You had an iPad. So I didn't have a very clear vision as to who I was serving.
Yeah, it didn't sound like you had a very clear idea of why your business existed, or at least your co-founders and yourself didn't. And I think that is the focus of this mini-series with Medigi's podcast. We're really talking about that first B we talked about in the first series, Be Ready. And that's all about getting the foundations right for your B2B marketing. And that really starts with defining your why.
And it's something that 20-year-old George really wishes that he had, Kevin. And defining your why is so, so important. And why is it so important to a business?
Well, businesses big and small, George, they often lose focus as they grow, as they evolve as a business. Their why becomes maybe blurry over time, even forgotten. And so they start making decisions that are maybe not in line with where they really want to go. And that's why it's important for any business to really come back and really define why the business exists and what they're trying to do.
So when you nail that down, it makes life so much easier, doesn't it? Because all of a sudden, you can get your elevator pitch right. Your marketing decisions become much easier because you know why your business exists, you know who it is that you exist to serve, and everything just flows so much easier for you from there.
And George, what's most important there is when it comes to making business decisions, it's much easier to make the right ones without too much stress, because if you have your why really clear in mind, you'll always go towards that in your decision making.
So it's the best place to start. It's where I wish I started 10 years ago. Please start with why. Kevin and I dive really deep into how you can start with why and exactly the steps that you need to take to put in place for your business. And we do that on our podcast, the B2B Playbook.
While you're there, listeners and viewers, make sure to check out the early episodes where we run through the whole framework as a quick overview and then dive deep into the details of how to do it as well.
Beautiful.
From Metigy, you've listened to This Week in Marketing. Again, I'm Darren, and Metigy hopes we helped you find more insights and tips into your business. If you like what you heard, please share a link to another business owner or marketer who you think could get something from this. Also, to help us out, it would be great if you left a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. Last, never miss another episode by following or subscribing to us on your favorite podcast player. See you on the next episode.